First, a brief history of Cadillac Mountain. People have been drawn to this area for thousands of years as it was originally inhabited by the Wabanaki people. In the early 1600s, when Europeans first arrived, they naturally began using its views to create maps of the nearby coastline to assist mariners of the time. By the late 1800s, it had already become well known as a tourist destination, and in 1908, the area around Desert Island was purchased by the Hancock County trustees and preservation efforts began in earnest. Soon, it became known as Sur de Mont's National Monument, which later became known as what we know today as Acadia National Park. If you're visiting Acadia National Park, then going to the top of Cadillac Mountain, the highest point on the eastern seaboard, must be on your bucket list. If you have enough energy to get up early and brave the weather conditions for sunrise, you won't be disappointed. It's recommended that you arrive an hour before sunrise to get a good viewing spot. On a recent visit, we did just that, and we were greeted with this gorgeous sunrise. To access Cadillac Mountain, you must have a park entrance pass to enter into Acadia National Park and purchase a separate entry ticket to drive to the top of Cadillac Mountain from May 25th through October 22nd, all of which can be done by logging into recreation.gov. Each entry ticket to Cadillac Mountain is $4 per car, not per person, with an additional $2 processing fee, and are timed entries every 30 minutes. Once you have entered, you can stay as long as you would like until 10 p.m. when Cadillac Mountain Road closes to vehicles. Of course, the times for sunrise and sunset sell out very quickly, so make your reservations as soon as you know what day you plan to visit, as there are limited numbers of each, a small portion of which are released 90 days in advance and the remainder released 2 days prior to entry on a rolling basis. I would also recommend that you print out your reservations, as they will check them at the gate, and cell service is not always reliable to access it on your phone. Once through the gate, it is a 3.5-mile twisty but very scenic mountain road to the top, with numerous pullouts along the way to take in the views. On your way up and down, please be careful of bicyclists and hikers along the roadside. No RVs or oversized vehicles with trailers are allowed up Cadillac Mountain Road, which was constructed between 1924 and 1931. Once you arrive at the top, there are 2 parking lots, east or west. For less of a walk to the viewing area, park in the east lot for sunrise and the west lot for sunset if they're not full. There are park rangers stationed at each lot to assist you, as these times can get very busy. After viewing the sunrise, we spent some additional time exploring the top of Cadillac Mountain on its various trails. Afterwards, we descended the mountain and went to find some breakfast and explore the rest of Acadia National Park for the rest of the day. In the evening, we returned to view the sunset, and this is what we saw. Again, I suggest arriving an hour early so that you can pick up the perfect spot to view the sunset. As the sky and clouds change continuously, they will put on quite a show for you. In addition, I would suggest that you bring a blanket because it does get chilly up there even in the autumn when the wind is blowing and you're sitting on the rocks for an extended period of time. For the more adventurous visitors, the summit can also be accessed from below by hiking either the Cadillac North Ridge Trail, a 4.4-mile round trip, or the Cadillac South Ridge Trail, a 7.1-mile round trip, for no additional fee. At the top, there is the Cadillac Summit Loop Trail, a relatively short, approximately 1/2-mile paved trail that is wheelchair accessible, with numerous information boards along the way to explain what you are seeing in greater detail. There are specific areas that are roped off for vegetative restoration. Please respect the ropes and stay on the marked trails only. Another thing to keep in mind is if the granite is wet, it becomes very slippery, so keep an eye on young children, wear proper shoes, and be cautious of your footing. As throughout the rest of Acadia National Park, dogs are allowed but must be kept on a leash at all times. They also have a very nice gift shop and fully accessible restrooms available next to the east parking lot. I hope that you enjoyed the beautiful views and stunning scenery from atop Cadillac Mountain in this video, and that the information provided was helpful and in some way will help you plan your own visit. If you liked the video, please consider liking and subscribing. And as always, I hope to see you again in the next video, as you never know what you might see when you get out and explore with John.